Hello, I'm Mary Kay Henry, International President of SEIU. On behalf of the 2 million service and care workers united in the Service Employees International Union, I'm proud to join you to salute women in labor. Our unions are filled with strong, compassionate, visionary women who know the value of joining together to make change. We're seeing a historic uprising of working people led by women to rewrite the rules of an economy that has never worked for us because it was designed by and for powerful corporations. From airports to nursing homes, shipyards to classrooms, fast food restaurants to warehouses, this is a moment when women are stepping into our power and demanding unions for all. This is a moment of great reckoning in our country. We see our communities are under constant attack from the effects of white supremacist violence. Jobs that don't pay us enough to live, healthcare we can't access and can't afford, underfunded schools, and unaffordable housing. And prices keep going up, while greedy corporations post record profits and keep our wages so low, we can't even afford the necessities. We are meeting this moment with power, determination, and a deep hunger for justice. Women's work is the foundation of our economy. Schoolhouse to shop floor, hospital room to boardroom. The women in our workforce keep this country safe, fed, clean, healthy, and moving forward. In our unions, we know care and service jobs, primarily held by Black and Brown women, are what make other work possible. And the women who do this work must be respected, protected, and paid, like our Latina and Black sisters in California, who are stepping into their power, 500,000 strong, to develop solutions on their pay, protections, benefits, and training after winning passage of AB 257, the Fast Recovery Act. When we talk about the power of collective action, this is what we mean. Writing new rules for workers to replace outdated racist and sexist labor laws that have excluded and scapegoated workers of color, immigrant workers, and women workers. AB 257 is a giant step forward for workers in California and across the country. By putting workers, fast food employers, and government at a table together, it creates a new model where working people can have a direct voice in raising standards across the fast food industry and beyond. As the nation's largest union representing home care workers, we fought for a first-of-its-kind federal investment in the long-term care workforce of Black, Latina, Asian American, white, Indigenous, and immigrant women. The hundreds of billions of dollars in the Build Back Better plan that would have lifted millions of women and their families out of poverty and provided funding we desperately needed to care for our aging loved ones and family members with disabilities was blocked in Congress, in large part because too many people still think of infrastructure and good union jobs as something that's only for white men in hard hats. As women in labor, we need to make sure they see all of us. Unions are good for us. Unions are good for workers, for workplaces and industries, for our families and communities, and for our country. Working people build and hold economic and political power in our union. That's about more than a single worksite or job. That's about entire neighborhoods, our homes, our schools, and our lives. As union members, we use our collective power to challenge the predatory corporations that feed off our communities and our labor to fuel an inclusive multiracial democracy to win for working people of every race. Workers of every race get paid more, have better benefits, and are safer on the job if they are in a union. Women in unions are paid more and have a way to fight back against discrimination. Our unions bring democracy into the workplace with a voice on the job. Unions help fight for justice in the halls of government and put working people's issues front and center. Good jobs are union jobs, period. Transforming all jobs in this country into good union jobs requires centering Black and brown women, immigrant workers, and folks who have been on the margins for far too long. That's why we need transformational change, like the Good Jobs, Good Airports legislation that would make airport service workers' jobs safer, like the hundreds of billions of dollars we need to fund long-term care in this country, and like AB 257 that gives fast food workers a real seat at the table with corporations. It's time for wealthy corporations like McDonald's, Starbucks, Amazon, and Delta to heed their workers' demands and come to a national bargaining table to raise standards across the board. We know that there has been an outsized impact through the pandemic, impacting women's access to good jobs. And it comes down to how corporations in our economy fail the Black, brown, white, Asian, Indigenous, and immigrant women who are at the front lines of the pandemic. Often, caring for our families, seniors, people with disabilities, we face low wages, weak benefits, and too often don't have a seat at the table to bargain a better future. There can be no true recovery without Black women and other women of color. All workers need a seat at a national table with corporations and government to bargain across industries and supply chains, rather than having to organize facility by facility. Let's demand a seat at a national table with corporations and government to bargain for good union jobs and a better life for millions of us. Everyone here in this room can help make change, not just in your own worksite or industry, but across industry and geography to lift millions of workers alongside you. Right now, airport workers are demanding a fair shot at a good life where they have a stable workplace, a voice on the job, and the pay needed to create a bright and healthy future for their families. Airports connect people worldwide and power our global economy. And it's working people who keep our airports safe, clean, and running, making it all possible. They deserve to be respected, protected, and paid living wages with healthcare and paid time off. Your work is vital to winning for airport workers. The power held by the trades, your good contracts, your wins around labor protections, the power you have to make sure federal contracts support good union jobs. We need you with us in this fight for unions for all. Airport workers are fighting for a union for all workers within the airport, no matter what your job is or who signs your paycheck. They're demanding that public dollars must fuel the public good, especially at critical, publicly funded infrastructure like airports. And massive corporations, including major airlines, must be held accountable to put the billions of public dollars they've received to use in ways that service passengers, communities, and working people. Congress must pass the Good Jobs for Good Airports Act, ensuring minimum standards for jobs at publicly funded airport infrastructure nationwide. That's where you come in, as a union member and as a voter. We know as women, we're a powerful voice at the bargaining table, and we also have power at the ballot box. Our votes aren't just a show of support, they're our demand. We are no longer accepting a system built on workers' backs, on the backs of Black women, on the backs of immigrant workers, on intergenerational poverty that comes from corporations exploiting our communities, on treating us and our families as disposable, on dividing us by race. That's why we are united, Black, brown, white, Asian, Indigenous, and immigrant, together. We are fighting for a world where all of us are happy, all of us thrive, all of us find meaning and joy, a world where we can live together, be safe, and raise our families with hope. We demand that the economic decisions that are inextricably linked to reproductive rights be ours to make. It's time to rewrite the rules that are rigged against workers of every race, while billionaires and giant corporations do whatever they want. It's time to get rid of politicians who prioritize campaign donations over justice. Listen up, Congress and corporate CEOs. Our demands are clear. Respect us, protect us, and pay us.